Let's have some objective questions regarding preservation of timber. Okay, the first question we are having is timber should be preserved so as to, the first option is saying to prolong its service life. Yes, the service span of timber increases if we are using preservative for prolongation of elongation of its service span. Okay, then durability of timber increases. Yes, it is correct, because when we are using preservative methods for timber, then its resistance against weathering forces, or natural or artificial, whichever the weathering forces, wear and tear kind of forces are there, these forces resistance, okay, resistance against this action is increased, thereby increasing its durability. Option B is also right. Then secure it from the attack of natural agencies. Okay, natural agencies can be the attack of white ants is there, then which are also called as termites. Okay, then beetles are there. Okay, then marine borers are there. Okay, since we are using preservative, the attack of such agencies can be stopped. Therefore, the option we will go with is all of the above. Okay, timber is being preserved so as to increase its service span, to increase its resistance, to increase its withstand with respect to the natural agencies and attack from natural agencies. Then a good preservative for timber should be such that, the first option is saying it should not penetrate timber at great depth. See, this one is wrong. Whatever kind of liquid, solid, powder form of preservative that we are using should penetrate the timber at a greater depth, so that we can ensure that the preservation of timber is going to take place for longer span. Therefore, it should penetrate, okay, it should penetrate the timber at great depth. Therefore option A is wrong. Then it should be washable with water. Okay, with respect to the user end, okay, with respect to the user end, the preservative, whatever the preservative which is being applied, should be washable with water only when the user is getting its coat applied on his body or somewhere on the user surface. Okay, but the timber should not get washed away with preservative when it is coming in contact with water. Okay, see, generally whatever the chemical that are being used as a preservative are generally removed with let's say any thinner is there. Okay, if the user is getting stained with the preservative chemical, then it can be get rid by some generally available chemical. But when we are talking about timber's preservative coat should be such that it shouldn't get washed away with water or any kind of moisture. That's why point number B is wrong in case of timber's preservative characteristic. Then it should be cheap and easily available. Okay, it should be cheap and easily available. Yes, this one is correct. That is, the preservative that we are available with should be easily available at any store, and it should be cheap. Okay, the economy should be better. Therefore option C is only right. That's why option D is getting ruled out here. The correct option here only is it should be cheap and easily available. Okay, chemical salts are powder based timber preservative, no. Liquid form timber preservative, no. It is partially correct. Then water dissolvable timber preservative, yes. Whatever the chemical salts we are having, such as copper sulfate is there, okay, mercurous chloride is there, sodium fluoride is there, or zinc chloride is there, these are form of chemical salt which easily get dissolved in water. Okay, water acts as solvent for this chemical salt. Okay, and these are water dissolvable timber preservative. Yes, they are not available in liquid or powder form to be directly applied. They are available in a solid form, such that they are first made dissolved in water. Okay, we first take the chemical salt, we make a solution of this preservative, then we apply it on the timber which is meant to be preserved. Okay, therefore chemical salts are nothing but water dissolvable timber preservative, and their examples are copper sulfate is there, mercurous chloride is there, sodium fluoride is there, then zinc chloride is there. Generally these are odorless and non-flammable preservative. Okay, therefore option C is the correct one here. Then tarring the timber is a method of preservation in which coal tar is injected into timber. No, we do not inject the coal tar. Then coal tar is sprayed over the timber surface. No, spraying coal tar is very difficult. Actually, what we do in tarring is coal tar is first molten and made less viscous. Okay, fluidity of any liquid increases when we are heating it, and coal tar is kind of viscous liquid. Okay, what we do first is we heat the coal tar, we make it fluid. Okay, easily flowable liquid is made out of the coal tar, and then we take a simple brush and we just paint all the timber surface which is meant to be preserved. Okay, therefore coal tar is painted over the timber surface is the correct explanation of tarring method. Okay, this is generally a odorless and simplest method of painting the timber. Okay, also the another property of tarring is it kind of make the timber somewhat fireproof. Okay, therefore this is what tarring, painting the coal tar. Then creosoting is the process in which we are carrying out preservation of timber by upper surface of timber is partially burnt. No, this is kind of altogether different method which is called as charring. In charring we are burning the surface of timber. Then linoleum oil. Linoleum oil has nothing to do with preservation of timber. Okay, therefore option B is also getting ruled out. Then creosote oil is sprayed over the timber. No, we do not spray that creosote oil. The most correct option here is creosote oil is pressure injected into timber. Okay, creosoting is the process in which what we are doing, in which we are reducing the pressure inside a chamber. Okay, first what we do, first we keep the timber logs inside a tank, okay, which is made airtight. Okay, then pressure is reduced by making vacuum inside the chamber. Then creosote oil is forced inside the timber, and the pressure at which creosote oil is forced is 7 to 10 kilogram per centimeter square. Okay, creosote oil is force injected into the timber. Okay, and this timber should be first seasoned properly. Okay, it should be dry and well seasoned, then and only then creosoting process can be initiated. Okay, it is a kind of difficult process, it is a kind of costly process, but it is very effective one. Okay, let's go to question number next. Then we are having assertion reason kind of question here. See, assertion is proper drying and seasoning of timber should be done prior their preservation process is started, and the reason stated here is preservation coat locks up the content present inside the timber. Yes, this one is correct reason for the given assertion. See, whenever preservation is started, whenever we are carrying out preservation, whenever we are initiating the preservation, then the proper care of the timber should be taken. Okay, we should make sure that the timber has been properly seasoned, it is properly dried, because whenever we are, for example, let's say this is a log of single timber we are trying to preserve. Okay, and most of the preservation method are such that we apply some kind of coat over the timber. Now what will happen, these coats, this preservative coat kind of waterproof in their sense. Okay, they are having this waterproofing kind of sense in them. Then what will happen, if the water content is still there inside the timber, then the moisture inside the timber will get locked up because of preservative coat, and the upper surface will be protected by the preservative, and the inside portion of the timber will start rotting because of the weaker section, just like sapwood is there or moisture saturated contents inside the timber. Okay, that's why what should be taken care first properly make the timber dry, properly season the timber, then and only then you should initiate with preservation process. Therefore the assertion is true and the justification for that assertion is also true, and yes, the reason provided here is the correct justification of A. Therefore option A is the correct answer. We should always dry and season the timber before we are starting preservation method. Okay, let's go to question next. Okay, which of the following statement is true regarding solignum paints? Okay, They are pressure injected into timber. No, we do not inject the solidium paint. Then timber is dipped in solidium paint tanks for its application. Okay, we are dipping? No, we do not dip it. They are hot painted with brush. Yes, this method of solidium paint application as preservative is very similar to tarring. Okay, what we do? We first heat the solidium paint to make it more fluid. Okay, fluidity of the solidium paint is increased. Okay, and the solidium paint has other advantages as we can mix a desired color pigment so as to get the desired appearance of the timber over which we are painting the solidium paint. Okay, solidium paint act as a base preservative. Okay, it is acting as a base paint plus preservative, and in the solidium paint we can have some pigment added to them. Okay, if we want the timber to look perfectly brown, then what we will do, we will apply a solidium paint along with the brown color, black color, whatever the color pigment we are desiring to have over the timber surface. Then we will paint the solidium paint with simple brushes. Okay, and another added advantage of solidium paint is it is a very good termite resistant material. Okay, next question is saying most locally and easily available preservative with easiest method of application is solignum. It is no, solignum it is not everywhere available. Then creosoting is a special process in which we require the special pressure tank, pressure injection technique, and the pressure proper vacuum generation chambers. Therefore, creosoting is not properly available or easily locally available method. Coal tar is not also easily available. Then the only option we are left up with is oil paint. Oil paint are available in any shop. Okay, in any hardware shop oil paints are available, and application of oil paint is also easy. Okay, and they are kind of a non-thread possessing kind of preservative. Okay, they do not require much skill. Okay, they do not require much budgeting. Okay, they are easily available, they are more economical, and can be applied over the timber surface which is to be preserved very easily. Okay, that's why option B, paint, oil paint is the correct answer. Okay, fill in the blank consists of burning the outer surface of timber, and we are provided with charring, torching, pyro coating, and flaming. See, when we have been provided with the word burning, the whole four options are such that they consist of prefix or suffix or meaning regarding to using fire or flame. Okay, charring is the method in which we are going to burn the outer surface over a burnt timber. Okay, what we do, we first make a fire out of wood. Okay, we take the useless timber which is kind of not usable for us, we first burn them, and the timber which is to be preserved is partially burnt over that fire, over that wood fire. Okay, this is the method of preserving the timber by using fire. Okay, now what will happen when you are burning the timber surface partially? See, when you are partially burning the timber's upper surface, it is going to have a coat of coal or coke or carbon, to be specific. Okay, now this carbon coat is kind of waterproof. Okay, and it possesses a very good resistance to moisture and termites. Okay, but the problem with charring is it makes the surface of timber look bad. Okay, it has bad appearance, and the upper strength and the outer surface strength of the timber is compromised because of this charring surface. Okay, then this three words, torching is also related to fire, pyro coating is also related to fire, flaming is also related to fire, but the term that we use is charring. Okay, B, C and D are not the answer. Okay, let's go to question number next. Easiest and quickest method of preservative application is charring. It is no, it requires skill, and it consists of a long process which should be done under skilled supervision. Pressure injection, no, tools and supervision required in pressure injection is very much. Then we are left up with painting and dipping. See, when you are saying you are going to dip the timber inside a tank which is full of preservative, but the quantity required for that preservative is too much when we are talking about having a pool, having a tank of that preservative. Thereby, option D is also getting ruled out. Therefore, the easiest and quickest method of preservative application is painting. Just take a 1 liter, 2 liter box of paint and give it to one person and give him a brush. He will take care of the preservative application job. Okay, that's why it is the most easy and quick method of preservative application. Alright, fire resistance of timber can be improved by chemical coating, charring, resin removal, all of the above. No. See, chemical coating is the method of improving fire resistance. Okay, we use borax or sodium arsenate or acid coating over the timber so that the fire resistance of timber gets improved. Okay, charring is the method in which we are actually burning the timber for its preservation. Fire resistance is not getting increased because of charring. Charring takes care of termite resistance and moisture entry resistance. Okay, therefore option B is not correct. Resin removal is not possible. See, refractory timber and non-refractory timber is there. See, in refractory timber resin is not present, therefore fire resistance application, okay, application of fire resistant material is not required in kind of refractory timber. Okay, because resin content in refractory timber is not there. Then non-refractory timber is there, which is resinous. Resin is present in it, and we do need fire resistance application, fire resistant application coat, applicative coat over them. Okay, but in order to generally make sure that the timber is completely fireproof, not completely, is fireproof to much extent, then we will go with what? Chemical coating. Resin removal is not a practical process. Okay, you cannot just get rid of resin inside the timber so that it becomes fireproof. Therefore all of the above is getting ruled out here. The correct option is chemical coating, and the chemicals are borax or sodium arsenate or some kind of acid that we apply, that we paint over the timber. Okay, so that was all regarding preservation method of timber. In the next lecture we will take a look at seasoning of timber in form of completely explained objective question. Till then, bye bye, have a good day.